Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. And good morning to Sir and our instructor, Sir Maslan, and my group's members. Today we're going to complete our lab 3 of flexible manufacturing interface system 2. Okay, let's get into this lab. Okay, on this lab, our leaders, Muhammad Izzuddin, has been help us to complete our task 1 and task 2. Okay, for task 1, we're going to complete the programming PLC HMI for a sorting system applications. So based on our creativities, we have been complete to design the sorting system applications for task 1. Okay, we can see here in the CX programmer, the first lane of the ladder diagram is start the motor conveyor, which consists of the start PB and stop PB, relay and relay to start the motor conveyor. Okay, next we have the relay stamping process, inductive for stamping process, object X and object Y for motor conveyor to stop. Okay. Next, we have the photo sensors to detect the station 1. The conveyor will be stopped 3 seconds for stamping process. So we have the photo sensors, timer, and stamping process, and stamping. Okay, next, we have the stamping process with the timer. Photo sensors is detected the object. Okay, next, we'll go for the inductive sensors process, which the conveyor will be stopped for 2 seconds, and the electropneumatic cylinder X will be activated to sort the object to a dedicated box, which the inductive sensor will detect the objects. Okay, so the ladder diagrams, we can see that object X and the timer, which will be stop the conveyor, and object X will be functions when the conveyor stops. Okay, next, we'll go for the non-metal objects, which detected by the capacitive sensor, which the conveyor is also stopped for 3 seconds, and the electromagnetic X, which is box for the non-metal objects. So we can see at the ladder diagrams, the object X is object Y is functions with the timer, which will stop the conveyor for 3 seconds, and the object X will be functions to sort the objects in dedicate box. So the operations is repeated until the stop PB is pressed. So let's see at the HMI process. Okay, first starts the buttons. Okay, you can see that the conveyor is running, start moving, and second process when the photoelectric sensor is detected for the stamping process. Okay, the conveyor will the conveyor will start moving. Okay, next we go to the metals object detected by inductive sensors. What if the metal object is detected? So let's see. Okay, if when the metal object is detected, the conveyor will be stopped at 2 seconds, and the electropneumatic cylinder X, which object X is activated to sort the object to its dedicated box. And after that, uh, if a non-metal object is detected, let's see what happened. Okay, same also with the other process. The conveyor also stopped for 3 seconds, and the object Y, which is the electropneumatic cylinder Y, is activated to sort the object to its dedicated box. Okay, so the process will be repeated until the stops buttons. Okay, stops buttons. Okay, let's move on to the task 2.
Okay, thank you, Hafiz, for the explanation for task 1. So for task 2, this is the ladder diagram for task 2. So with the same function as task 1, we have the start and stop button here to start or stop the entire system. So we have also the latching for the coil, so that it will continue to start until we press the stop button. And then the next rung is for the pump to pump water to the tank. So this is the pump, the coil for the pump. And then below is the increment, the binary increment. So it functions as it like when we enter a value into the, for example, the tank, so it will start like slowly from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, and increase until we set the value at the HMI value for the CX designer. Okay, so yeah, so this is for the high level, and then below is for the low level sensor. So for the low level sensor also, uh, we put the binary also, but for the decrement function, so that it decreases with time. So for this part, we put 1 second. So for every 1 second, the value or the water level of the tank will decrease over time. So that's enough for this simple ladder diagram. So we move on to the HMI. Okay, this is for the HMI for task 2. So this is the pump that will pump water to the water tank. This is the water tank, and we have used the water level to indicate the level of the water. And then this is the release pump, so that the water will the tank will release water when the tank is full. So in this these both are sensor that we can set. So for example, we will set 10 for the lowest value of water, the lowest level of water, and then we set, for example, 100. So for the top value of the water tank. Enter. So we started. So it will increase when the sensor detects that it has less than 10 less than 10 water level. So it will increase. So the water, so for this, this pump will pump water into the water tank until it reaches the high sensor, the high level sensor. So we'll wait. Okay, since the water level has reached 100, which we have set at the highest water level of the tank, so it will stop the water income into the water tank. So to release it, we have to open ladder diagram, and then we have to release the water from the valve, LJ. So the decrement from the ladder diagram function will tell the water to decrease it. So we will wait to see if the sensor functions till 10. So as we can see, it stocks between 10 and 11 because the water from the sensor, from the valve is still still running out. So we have to close the valve in order for it to enter. So yeah, that's all for this, and then when we stop, it will stop. So that's all from us for the discussion. So thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you.
Chat tutup.